religious freedom. Oregon, Idaho, South Dakota, Kansas, Oklahoma, Mississippi, Tennessee, Ohio, Hawaii, and Arizona. This week's topic was originally inspired because of what was going on in Kansas. Ironically, Kansas decided no, it was not going to do it, but Arizona has proceeded to try and fight for religious freedom, as they call it. Religious freedom because they do not feel they should have to serve gay people if it's against their religious. Now you would think that this would be about churches, that it would be that the churches don't want to marry gays and lesbians. But it has nothing to do with the churches, really. The churches are involved, yes. But they are saying that other people should not have to serve us. This has all been inspired by a couple of different lawsuits that have happened, and I do have to say that we kind of provoked it, even though it never should have happened. One was because of a photographer, and that is why Arizona was decided to call out theirs and do their little law that is presently waiting to be signed by the governor. The governor has the choice to sign it or veto it. We are waiting till this week coming to find out what she will do. It was also because of a baker that was sued. I personally, if I was told that somebody didn't want to serve me because I was gay in the sense of a photographer or a baker, I would probably go somewhere else. But I can understand where our civil rights are being infringed on here. They are in business. They are taking the advantage of our infrastructure, our roads, our electricity, our everything, which means that they are Americans. They are taking advantage of Americans' infrastructure, meaning they should be serving Americans. This is much like back in the 60s when we had the civil rights movement. The civil rights movement was because everybody was supposed to be treated equal. It did not say in the civil rights that, okay, well, we are going to take care of the blacks, we're going to take care of the Mexicans, but we're not going to take care of the LGBT. Nowhere did it say that. Why didn't it address that? Well, maybe because of the simple fact that we weren't fighting for our rights then. But through the years, we have chosen to fight for our rights. Does that mean that we should have to fight for our rights? It's already been won. It was won back in the 60s. Why are we fighting for our rights now? Well, that's because everybody stayed in the closet, or the majority. And as long as they were in the closet, nobody had to deal with it. Now we aren't going to say we're going to stay in the closet. So now they're going to have to deal with it. Thanks to a lot of our younger generation, they have fought to make sure that they have the equal rights that I, growing up, did not have. So a lot of people out there will tell you the reason why these new laws are trying to be forced out on us is because of the fact of the photographer and the baker and others like that were being sued. It's not really the case though. This actually started up back in 2005, 2006 when the first laws were being created in Massachusetts and states like that were allowing gay marriage, that was allowing the LGBT community to start marrying each other. A network within 38 states had been created called the Family Policy Council. You say, who's the Family Policy Council? Well, if you really think about it and listen to the name, you would know who's behind the Family Policy Council. That would be the Family Research Council. So the Family Policy Council, let me read. Many family policy councils are conservatives religious, state-level organizations dedicated to the promotion of their ideals on family values. Many of these work closely with focus on the family and the Family Research Council and oppose same-sex marriage. Some also advocate on other issues, such as the Florida Family Policy Council against the teaching of evolution in public schools. So yes, here we have a group of people. They're nonprofit. They just want to make sure that their values are the values that everybody has to live by. Same-sex is not right. Evolution is not right. We have to have everything as per the Bible, as they choose. Arizona right now is stating that they are not discriminating against the LGBT community at all. When they are asked the question if an individual can discriminate or a business can discriminate against the LGBT, they refuse to answer. They tell us to read the bill. I've read the bill, and it is discrimination. And though I agree that the photographer should not have been a lawsuit against him, I personally, as I said, would not go to that photographer. If I found that he did not approve of me, I probably wouldn't do business with him. And I might have made a stink. I don't know about a lawsuit. But in the same respect, I have to look back to the 60s when blacks were being told what they could and could not do, and when businesses had the right to sit there and tell them, no, we are not going to serve you. If it wasn't for the lawsuits and everything else for civil rights, where would we stand today? So, as much as I'm against a lawsuit, I can understand where everyone's coming from and why it happens, and it shouldn't have to happen. There shouldn't be a fight for this at this time. It has been nearly 50 years since the fight for civil rights for everyone. To have everybody treated equally. Not to say everybody but a certain group of people in the United States. And that's where we're at right now. And hopefully Arizona's governor will see what's happening, because right now there are already companies stating they will not do business with Arizona if Arizona pursues this law. Does that mean I'm rushing to Arizona to give them my business? No. Even if they refuse it, I refuse to go to Arizona, because I know how a bunch of people in Arizona is feeling right now. And some people will say that's crazy because there's a lot of good people in Arizona. And obviously there are. You had Rocco's Little Chicago Pizzeria post a sign that was created by one of their Facebook fans, but posted a sign stating, "We reserve the right to refuse service to Arizona legislators." Thank you very much, Rocco's. And those people I appreciate, but I find it hard to appreciate a state that has so many people that have elected these bigots, and yes, they are bigots, to elect those bigots into office that has allowed it to go that far, that it's up now to the governor. That's all I have for right now. You have thoughts? Put them down below, and I will see you next week. Bye.